Now that ain't fair.
Welcome to the Arc of Rapture podcast. I am your host, Atlas. With me, I've got Andrew Ryan.
What's
is
up,
a man
guys?
not entitled to
This
sweat
is
on
Greg,
his
host.
brow?
Shut the fuck up, Wesley. What's up, guys? It's Greg, host
Happy
of the Arc of Wrestling
birthday.
podcast.
Happy birthday.
I opened up.
Wait, we're actually starting?
I opened up Amaldo and it just started recording when John started introducing the podcast.
Oh,
So I was
shit.
like, I'm just gonna run with this. What's up, guys? Extreme Rules ended about 40 minutes ago, and we've just been sitting here talking about, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention. Anyways,
This is a podcast about life and stuff.
joining me today, we got, John,
Hi.
Wesley,
Howdy, is a man not entitled to the sweat on his brow?
who's the other one? Dark? Hey, Dark.
Wait, they changed their names. I'm still me, and you're
It's because you
confused
suck.
I wasn't looking at Skype, I was trying to remember who was actually in the call. Whatever. Doug, say hi, Doug.
Hi.
Josie's here.
Hi.
Mike. Oh, it's Mike.
Your mother.
Oh, there we go. And Ryan, if you're there. He's not there. Alright. So what's up, guys? Extreme Rules. Oh wait, before we get into everything, I wanted to open up with just, all our plugs, I think, cause in the next couple weeks we're gonna try to do something new. We're gonna record something at the beginning of the show, so we have all our plugs. So I'm just gonna plug our shit right now. Remember to go check us out on twitter.com/arcofwrestling. We also have arcofwrestling.webs.com going. Remember to check out Senshudo.tv.
We do?
And also, I'm looking for some help if we have any people who makes music. Please get into contact with me. I am looking for some help with a new theme for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. And if you'd like to help us, that would be great.
We don't have a theme.
We would even have you on the show for a little bit of a payment as well, if you can help us out. So, as of that, let's get into the show. What a fucking
payment.
I know, right? You gotta talk wrestling with us for about an hour and a half. That's fucking great. So guys, we're gonna start with the pre-show of Extreme Rules.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we have to blow our load already?
I know, right? Hornswoggle
God.
versus El Torito.
Match of the night.
Match of the year.
Match
If
of the
you
year
guys
contender.
don't know, this
I'm
was
sarcastic.
a WLC match, which is essentially because the two competitors are midgets, and I will call them midgets, not little people, because Hornswoggle once said in an interview that he'd rather be called a midget because that's what he is. He's a midget wrestler. They're not little people wrestlers. So
We're calling him midget out of respect.
yeah, I'm calling him a midget out of respect of what he said.
Do you think R. Kelly's peed on them before?
Oh my god. Oh my god, John, why? First of all, John, that was a young girl that happened to. Not a midget.
Kids aren't midgets.
No. Well, I mean, you can call them little ends. You can't call them well, some of them get called
You're
midget.
fired.
Can you call a child a little person? If,
Yes.
like, you didn't know if they were a child, if they kind of looked like they already hit puberty, but they're like 8 years old.
I thought you were gonna say hit
If
pilgrimage
they have
for a
the head the
second.
size of the torso and tiny ass arms.
Anyway,
Like, yeah, they've already-
Hornswoggle versus El Torito. The setup for this match was amazing because all we see is little people, midgets everywhere, around ringside, around in the ring. We had
a midget announce table.
We had a midget announce table. We had midget.
We had a midget
Michael
referee.
Cole, we had midget JBL. We had midget Jerry Lawler, who were Jerry Smaller, JB Elf, and Micro Cole. I
No,
believe.
WBL, I think it was. Wasn't it?
WBL,
No, it was JBL.
JB Elf. I think they
It was
changed
JB Elf.
I think they changed it. I think it was Weeby Elf, and then they changed it to JB Elf. Whatever.
Because that one makes more sense.
Still the greatest thing ever.
We had a mini ring announcer who botched Hornswoggle's name, calling him Hornwoggle. And mini ref who I think it was leaked a while ago. He's, I can't remember his name. It's something Simpson. But apparently he's a well-known independent ref or something to that extent.
Homer Simpson?
Probably. Let's
Let's
talk
just call
about this
him Homer.
match. What a
You
fucking... This was... I don't know, I had no words for this match when it happened, but to, like, even after this pay-per-view is over, this match I could still fucking remember as clear as day. Maybe it was just because it was one big spot fest. How'd you guys like it? What'd you guys think of the match?
I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah?
It was good.
There was mini chairs.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you had mini chairs and mini tables.
Mini chairs.
Can I
And a mini ladder, and a mini ladder, and a bigger mini ladder.
bring up a point here?
Yeah.
When the fuck did all those giant tables and ladders get stacked up like that?
You know what? That's a good question. Maybe
Because there
3MB... No, but 3MB and fucking Los Matadors were like battling it out for majority of that match.
And then Heath Slater gets knocked off the apron into more giant tables, and I don't recall them being there like 30 seconds earlier.
It was...
I think 3MB. I think 3MB were setting up tables as the match was happening to interfere, but they got sent to them.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little bit better. I could imagine 3MB were the ones to set it up. There were 3 of them out there, of course. Because they're a 3-man band! Anyway.
I wonder why, Drake.
So of the things that happened, I mean, there were some crazy spots. You could kind of say it was just kind of like a very rushed ECW match. Crazy fucking, tables and stuffs were set up. Like we were talking about, there was like a 6 tables stacked up with like 2 ladders stacked on them. That I think it was Heath Slater and another person. I believe it was Jinder Mahal who caught El Torito, who jumped off of Los Matadores' shoulders into like pretty much springboard off their shoulders into them, and they crashed through the tables, which I thought looked sick. The finish of this match saw Torito hit Hornswoggle with a chair when Hornswoggle was looking over the rope or under the rope, whatever you want to say. Slammed Slater's head into the chair that was sat down, and Hornswoggle jumped over, hit the senton, which I'm going to call
Torito hit the senton.
Yes, onto Hornswoggle through a mini table that was set up. Actually, like halfway through the match, I was surprised that they set up the spot so like
Mini
midway,
table.
and then they forgot about it. They didn't touch it. So obviously they were calling spots left and right throughout this match, and it just always seemed like it. Like there was just always setting up a spot to do a spot. There was a big spot in the match where McIntyre fucking does a flip dive over the top rope into one of the mini tables that were set out in the outside. Man, it was just one after another. That was a really fun match, and the crowd was eating it up. What'd you think, Wesley?
This is awesome.
I agree with Mike's chant. I love it, and this supports my theory of what I want to happen. That they have a resurgence. You guys know where this is going. A resurgence of the midget division.
They need midgets. I don't think there's a lot of midgets for them to hire.
Dude, there's plenty of them. Just gotta look for them.
Look at Mexico.
Yeah.
That's Mexico.
Ole!
And for those of you following the Arc of Wrestling drinking game,
And best part, they
Wesley
can double
mentioning
as state
midgets
champs.
means drink.
Does it?
Wait,
what?
work for cheap.
Yes.
I thought it was tassels.
No, it's tassels too.
Okay.
Wait, what did I read
Champagne.
again?
Anyways, Hornswoggle, El Torito with the win, surprising big
It's
pop.
Horn Woggle.
Hornwoggle, I'm sorry.
Get it right.
Now
Get it
actually,
right, go home.
any last thoughts about the pre-show before we move on into the actual pay-per-view? No?
I'm gonna say this is sort of one of those examples of don't judge a match before it happens, because that was fucking awesome.
I knew I was going to enjoy the match, but I didn't know I was going to enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
I think best match of the year.
Okay, going into the actual pay-per-view, we got Rob Van Dam versus Jack Swagger versus Cesaro in a elimination match. They announced this, I think, right before the pre-show, or probably during the pre-show, that first pinfall is going to be elimination, and then it's going to be 2-on-2, and the winner of that wins.
2-on-2?
Or
2-on-2.
1-on-1. I'm sorry. I was... My mind
Who's
was
Gary's
going
partner?
off.
Who was Cesaro's partner?
Guys, I have an idea
What?
for a triple threat elimination match. One guy gets pinned. The first
Mike,
pinfall
I
is
swear to
elimination.
God. Mike, I swear to God.
Say, guys,
Greg,
guys,
let this
listen
go.
to me
Hold
out. Hear me out on this. The first pinfall is elimination. The second fall magically turns into a tag team match.
Okay. And then, table
And
match.
then,
Let's get serious
And then
about
it
this.
becomes a battle royal.
yep.
Genius.
No,
And then it
reverse,
turns to the Royal Rumble.
reverse battle royal.
Let's
Yeah,
get
it
serious.
goes into a reverse and then into an actual battle royal.
Let's get serious. Let's get serious about the tag match idea. Who the fuck would either of those two tag team if that happened?
Zeb Coulter.
Sam Coulter, Paul Heyman.
And if Rob would have needed a tag partner, it would have obviously been the dime bag he had in his, trunks.
Yeah, big
So-
bag of weed.
That's all you gotta do. Think about it. Throw that towards Jack Swagger, he's done.
Well, to be fair, at least Weed wouldn't no-show like God did.
Mm-hmm.
God,
I remember that. Letting Shawn Michaels down.
Yeah.
He thinking, God, come
God's
on.
an asshole. God's
Oh my
an
God.
asshole.
Swagger was eliminated
First he
first.
kills all the Jews, then
Wow.
Swagger was eliminated first when Cesaro hit a big power suplex onto him.
Power super. God. Hashtag power superplex.
He hit the 420
Here's the
ball?
thing. Okay, I'm reading the Extreme Rules results
Oh,
from Wrestling Observer,
Oh
which
boy.
is Meltzer's fucking review. I think he
Alt
was,
account?
I think he was at Extreme Rules typing up this play-by-play. So if I mix up anything, he called the senton a springboard Des press when at the end of that Hornswoggle El Torito. So if I mess up anything, blame it on fucking Meltzer because he's a fucking idiot.
I can see Meltzer behind the timekeeper now typing like he's in court. Just keeping an eye on what the judge says.
So let's call it what it is, the deadlift apron superplex.
Yes, there we go. And then RVD came from the other side with the frog splash to pin Swagger. Obviously the commentators had no idea what the fuck was happening because they thought RVD won the fucking match. Apparently no one told them it was an elimination before they got into this match. Because then once the announcer came on and said, Swagger was eliminated, Cole wanted to save his ass, be like, Swagger was eliminated! Out goes Swagger. And it's like, okay.
Oh,
But I'm kind of
This is
disappointed
my-
that Swagger was eliminated first. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Swagger Cesaro.
it'd probably be
That's what I
Swagger
figured it would
Cesaro.
be.
It'll probably be Swagger Cesaro payback.
in a last man standing match.
But what sucks about it is Cesaro didn't pin Swagger. I mean, Swagger's pretty much been, like, knocked off. Cesaro didn't pin Swagger, so Swagger really has no reason to go back at Cesaro except for screwing him and Zeb over. But this match really separated them two to really not make the feud any more interesting. You know? But,
No, hold on.
There needs to be a tournament for the King's Swing title.
the what?
King is, shut up.
What?
Shut up.
There needs to be a tournament for the King's Swing title.
Oh my god.
Get out. I'm with
I just love tournaments so much because it's easy booking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hold on.
I'm not no.
it's easy booking
Yeah.
if you know who's gonna win it at the end. Remember what happened?
Yes.
Cesaro lost his match and he was supposed to take it to the fucking finals.
But that was Del Rio.
No,
Yeah.
it was Cesaro who was supposed to win. It was supposed to be Cesaro Barrett at the end of it, but then the finish of that match got leaked, and so they didn't do it. They had RVD go over. Anyways,
I'm shaking my fist at Dolphins 1925 right now.
what? What?
He got another one wrong.
Well, he's still trash. So.
What's the
Who
point?
cares about him anymore?
Yeah, who cares about him?
He came back and he was like, I have come in contact with my source and have been assured the pay-per-view results are still being leaked. Gets one wrong.
Whatever.
And then he had the nerve to say that Extreme Rules was going to be a subpar product with predictable outcomes.
Mom was a predictable outcome.
Well, you know what? His mother should have swallowed.
Oh, okay. Anyways, in the second fall, RVD missed the frog splash. RVD missed the frog splash, landed straight on the trash can, which cut RVD pretty badly. Cesaro hit the neutralizer on the trash can again for the pin.
Just put the weed directly into his blood.
Yeah. It was kind of sloppy of a match when all three of them were in there, but once RVD and Cesaro got to kind of play around in there, it was very exciting. RVD is a little bit slower nowadays. You could definitely see it when he tries running to the turnbuckle or running to the ropes. But goddamn, the guy can still do some sick spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I remember when they said RVD couldn't go no more. Look at him in TNA, he couldn't go, and then he puts on some of the best matches.
I mean, I wouldn't say that his performance was amazing. I definitely saw that there were times where he was kind of winded, and you could just kind of see that a lot of the wrestling has taken a toll on his body. And while he probably has a couple more years under his belt, it's definitely going to be on a smaller schedule.
That most of what was his problem with TNA was that he just realized no one really knew he was on TNA, so he just started not caring after a while.
It's not just that. There was no consistency in TNA. It's like how can you care about a title or anything when there's no consistency behind it? It's like the U.S. title. Who wants to go after the U.S. title if it's not going to be defended in the first place?
I do.
That was a lot of what TNA was when Bischoff and Hogan still had it. It was like the same guys are constantly winning, and the same guys are still in power, and there's nothing new, there's nothing different going on. And then, so that's what happens. You just lose any kind of wanting of being there. Oh, someone's drinking. Anyways,
it's me, I'm off the wagon again.
Oh shit, I just spit everything on my fucking monitor. That's nasty. Stephanie
That's
wanted
Gotta get Mike back to his meetings.
Brian was
No,
backstage.
you know it.
Brian was backstage and he was getting checked on by one of the trainers. Stephanie walked in and told him that she can't control the demon. She has no idea what he's gonna do, and pretty much Brian's like, fuck off.
He's crazy.
He's gonna rape your woman.
No, the real point of it was that she was telling him, well, I can't do anything about Kane, so if you want to sort of give up the title right now, and Brian just told her to fuck off then.
Yeah. Alexander Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods in a handicap match.
Those hands down.
The most
It was
over
a handicap match
person.
because he killed Woods in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, the most over person tonight was Lana, because there were a lot of raging boners when she came out. Rusev destroyed Woods before the match could even start, so it ended up as a singles match with R-Truth because Woods was missing throughout majority of that match. R-Truth did a spinning forearm and an axe kick, but Rusev blocked it with a downward spiral. Rusev finished with a spin kick, a slam, and the accolade in less than 3 minutes. Rusev needs to work on the accolade. I think he needs to put more pressure. He just kind of sits there. He doesn't really do much with it.
Because he doesn't.
Into getting an eventual push.
He does not care. Rusev don't care. Rusev smash.
He has no fucks.
Dude, shout out to Andy Kaufman and his sweet submission.
Wesley is now banned from talking for the Wrestlers podcast because that was a shitty joke.
He just, dude,
Andy
Rusev has no emotion. He has the same
Doesn't.
blank stare on his face.
Yeah. There's
You
nothing
think he
there.
has that blank stare when he's fucking Lana and then
Probably.
everyone is like, crush, Rusev! Crush!
You think she calls him the Bulgarian brute?
You just
He
hear
doesn't-
Probably.
Zack Ryder's in the next room, and all you hear is a bunch of Russian yelling. It's just I'm too fucking.
Come on,
He just
bro,
sees Zack
try and
crying.
sleep.
Anyways, it was pretty much a squash match. After the match, Rusev gave Woods a fallaway slam onto the floor, pretty much threw him like completely in the air. Ends the squash segment.
As opposed to...
As opposed to halfway through the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't no pussy throw. It was
Definitely
Well,
long bell pussy swell.
it was a nice toss. Big E versus Bad News Barrett for the IC title.
oh man.
Good match.
I was indifferent with
Shout
it.
out to the
Especially
Shit.
after the handicap match, it did feel a little bit slow.
shout out to the crowd hating on Big E.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know why they were hating on Big E. I was,
Quite easily because he's dull.
I don't
It's
think.
because he's.
Oh my
Go Ryan.
What?
Go Ryan.
It's because Big E hasn't done anything on TV. He's relied on the same moveset through all of his matches. Has changed nothing since
No,
NXT.
I don't think that's the
And-
problem. I think he.
And also, he was facing Bad News Bear.
I think he hasn't had any time for people to see him talk on TV. I don't think anybody in that audience had a connection with Big E. That's all you need.
He has had
You
time
can-
on comment. He has
look
had
at
time
Cena.
on
Look at-
commentary, and also awful.
Yeah.
The commentary is not good because there's action happening in the ring. When Barrett talks, when he does his little bad news segments, he's the only one talking. He's the only thing that's happening in that arena when he does that bad news segment. Big E, he hasn't had any promos to talk. He hasn't had any times to connect with the fans. When he wrestles, people are excited, but that's the only connection that the fans can get with Big E. They haven't seen any promos of him. There's no connection with the fans with Big E, and I think that's what they failed during his IC run. He's had good matches. He should have talked more. I think the fans hasn't seen the charismatic side of Big E.
What happened to his 3 ain't enough, I need 5?
I know, right?
Didn't
Where's
he
the
have-
5 count?
That's obsolete. They should change the thing.
3 is enough. Dun, dun, dun.
Because 3 is enough.
Because I think Big E could have gone way over with the 5 count.
Well,
Yes.
you know why the crowd isn't into him? It's because when he comes out, he pulls all the heroin into the audience.
Cocaine. It's cocaine.
Whatever.
Pain.
Jesus Christ, Mike. Stop putting
Whatever.
your
Runs
jokes.
right, Mike. God.
Whatever. I'm drunk, alright?
Do you know it's a national treasure on this podcast?
Anyways,
Yeah.
Barrett won the title using the flying bull hammer after escaping from from the big ending. Yeah, they booed Big E, which was sad. I wish they could have just gave Big E more time. You think they could develop this as a feud? You think this is probably not the last time we'll see Barrett Big E?
This is
What they can do is make him get pissed and then start doing the 5 count, because he has to start doing that at some point.
Yeah, you would hope that they would use it. It would be nice if sooner or later they would get Big E to start doing the 5 count. But I think it would have to happen after this Barrett feud.
Yeah.
Anyways, Barrett used the Winds of Change and the Wasteland for the pin, which I think we haven't seen him do the Wasteland in a while.
He did the Wasteland review.
No, he did a Wasteland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I felt like I haven't seen him do the Wasteland in a while.
I have a question.
He did during the Sheamus matches.
Yeah. It was good.
May I ask my question?
What was it? Sorry, I didn't.
No, you
Was it-
can't.
It's fine. Was it a teenage wasteland?
Oh.
Yep.
Wesley?
Definitely banned.
You are banned.
Stop talking.
You know when
I had to. I had to.
you know when
No, you did not have to.
you know when you keep the bleach, Wesley? I want you to drink that bleach.
Okay. Got some right here.
Would you kindly drink some bleach, Wesley?
Glug, glug, glug.
Let's talk about which was possibly match of the night.
No, this wasn't the Williamson match.
Evolution versus the Shield.
Would you kindly stop making noise?
Mhm. Apparently, go fuck yourself.
Hey, John. Well, hold. I love it when John talks into a coffee can.
Would you
He can
call
barely
him
understand what he says.
fuck yourself, Mike?
Remember not to talk over each other. That's key. Running a super good podcast. First off, fuck you to Dave Meltzer for having a lot of
Hey guys.
spelling errors in your fucking article here. Let's talk about this match. What'd you guys like about this 6-man tag?
Things happened.
Lots of things happened. There were lots of flippies.
Yes,
Pretty much just Seth Rollins in general throughout this match.
Rollins was killing himself all throughout the match.
Rollins
He put the suicide in suicide dive.
Earlier in the match, we had Roman Reigns hit a big Superman punch on Batista. They got him up for a triple Bauer bomb, but Triple H Randy Orton saved him.
A Bauer bomb?
Power bomb. What did I say? Bauer bomb? Whatever.
You Bauer bomb?
Reigns kicked out of the pedigree, which was Batista's pin, and there were saves from, and he was saved by Orton's RKO. A lot of brawling to the back, to the stands, and Ambrose was getting stalked by Triple H and Orton until Rollins came out of fucking nowhere from the crowd and did a crossbody on both Triple H and Orton, which got a huge pop from the crowd.
He did a crossbody from like 15 feet up.
Yeah. It was really crazy. I was not expecting that spot at all. And you know what? Keep it in the audience. That's what I like. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, wait until the main event. Reigns pinned Batista with the Superman punch and spear, which seemingly would tell you what happened after this, anyways. So it's up. Essentially, it's up in the area that Batista's probably going to be taking some time off after this. It was kind of rumored,
and that's why he was the most hated man in New Jersey tonight.
Yeah, he was getting. He could have gone booed out of that building if he just kind of started healing it up a little bit. But Batista didn't give a shit. Or at least that's what it seemed like.
And so he became Batista.
He could have gotten some major heat from that crowd. I don't know why Batista doesn't sell being a heel at all. When they were doing the Batista, he just kind of looked at the crowd and just stood there. Or at least Orton heals it up when the crowd starts booing at him. Or Orton heals it up when the crowd isn't even paying attention to the match he's doing. Just so he can get the eyes back. I like Orton. He cares about what's happening. So anyways, it's been up in the air that Batista was gonna leave after this, pay-per-view. And then it wasn't, and then they said, oh no, that's not true. Batista's gonna be here for payback because they want to continue the Shield feud. But Shields win tonight, so we'll see if that's even gonna be a possibility. I was kind of expecting them to, split the Shield and Evolution up into singles matches as a possibility, like Seth Rollins, Batista, Ambrose, Orton, Reigns, Triple H, but they could possibly do that at SummerSlam for 3 really big matches right there.
But see, the thing is, if Batista is going away, why don't they just file Royce Batista?
What?
They fired Mason Ryan. Why you need a bait replacement Batista?
Because
you had one.
Because Sheamus is gonna turn heel.
He's gonna turn face, you mean?
Face.
What? Oh my god.
John, your jokes are shitty and no one understands.
I'll go.
What is the joke?
That was no joke.
Your joke.
How to joke?
Don't worry. Yep.
So, any other last thoughts about Evolution the Shield?
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And I get I'm serious, it's stupid, but I get really excited whenever Roman Reigns cocks his fist. I don't know why, but it's just
it's a nice touch. It's a really nice touch.
It's so cool.
I noticed 2 things. Apparently Reigns just has to have an offense where he just keeps on jumping, because that's apparently every move he does, he has to do a jump with, like all those punches and all those clotheslines.
I'm glad. It makes his moves look big. It gets the audience attention. You know, it's not like a fucking regular moveset that other people have that's not interesting as fuck.
And number 2, Dean Ambrose really needs to stop going in crowds. That usually ends up very bad for him.
Yeah, because he pretty much fell down the stairs. Like, he wasn't even...
He fell down the stairs and was the center of the Seth Rollins crossbody.
What is it with Orton and stairs, though, leading his opponents towards them?
Who knows, man?
Does Orton have stair fetish?
I think he does. Because he's a creep.
Stairs.
He's a creep.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, talking about creepy, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt in the cage match. I went to go get in and out during this match, so,
wow.
Guys, how did you like this match?
I didn't actually like this match.
Really?
What?
And it wasn't because it was bad, but it was, I've seen it before.
Let me ask you something, John. Was it very story-driven?
It was very interference-y heavy.
It was the worst of John Cena-esque.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, like he was trying to go out the door, but Harper and Rowan were blocking him. So he starts out-muscling both Harper and Rowan to open the door.
Yeah. And then what happened after that?
And then Bray hit him, and then the match kept on going on. And at the end of the match, all 3, Bray, Luke, and Eric were face down on the floor and on top of the cage.
Yeah, that, to some extent, I would use Harper and Rowan because, why
it's a fucking spot, by the way, in this cage match.
What?
Cena was climbing up the cage and Harper was like, nope. Gets Cena on his shoulders and just starts lifting him back up into the cage.
That was Rowan.
Oh, and also, wasn't there a spot where Rowan was on the top and Cena grabbed Rowan by his beard and started slamming him into the cage?
Yes.
Yeah, and he got knocked out from that.
Yeah, that I like that. I thought that was an interesting...
What a dirty move by Cena.
What a heel.
So at the end of the match, everybody's laid out. Rowan's kind of just dead on the top of the cage. Wyatt's dead in the middle of the ring. Harper was dead, and Cena was strong. And this is what sucks. Like, they should be protecting Wyatt. And they really made, after WrestleMania and now on this pay-per-view, it's kind of felt like they're making Wyatt look a little bit weak.
WrestleMania was fine because Wyatt held strong through most of the match. This match, I think he got I'll say 40% of the offense in.
I'll say 30%.
Well, I still think that Wyatt probably should have won at Mania. I still kind of think that he probably should have won at Mania. And the fact that he kind of got the win like this, I thought it was interesting what they did with the kid, with when Cena was at the, especially what happened was Cena, after all of them are down, Cena was gonna leave the cage. Screen goes black. Kid starts singing. We got the whole world in his hands, but
it wasn't a kid at first.
They distorted the voice.
It sounded like a demon.
If you guys remember, they did it before. They did it before. Remember the DX segment with Vince McMahon when DX took over the production truck and started changing the voice, and Triple H Vince was coming out very high pitched, very low pitched,
and that's how they summoned Satan for this segment.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
So they've had this possibility. They've had this technology for a while, but they're actually using it as something now.
This technology.
Yeah, they have the technology on PS3 because I remember that was like a huge phase where people just deepened their voices just to hide the fact they were little kids or something.
Yeah.
You act like they just discovered the ability to change your voice through a microphone.
No.
The difference between this and the Vince thing was 13 times creepier.
Because it was a little kid.
Yeah, after watching this, I did not feel comfortable sitting in my house in the dark.
It was creepy until the post-match, until the post-match promo where they did it again. I was like, okay, it's Warren's welcome a bit for me.
Yeah.
And I was still creeped out.
What do you guys
I enjoyed the kid smiling proudly. Like, I did good, didn't I do good, Mr.
You
Wyatt?
did good, Johnny. You did good.
What do you guys think of, or what do you guys think is gonna happen now? Are we gonna get one more Wyatt Cena match?
We're gonna get Wyatt Cena 3, and Wyatt's gonna win via CM Punk shenanigans.
Oh my god, shut up about CM Punk.
John Cena is going to try to save the small child, because that is what John Cena does.
If Wyatt Cena 3 happens, I think this is gonna be the match where Wyatt goes over clean.
No, Cena wins.
I don't know. I think they could easily kill Wyatt's momentum and give it to Cena.
They could, that's why they shouldn't.
That's what they
Of
will.
course they should.
And they probably will.
Yeah, but they probably will. The fact that they had to give Wyatt a dirty win, a really dirty win it was, kind of just gives the clues what they're leading this up to.
Man, it was so dirty he had to take a shower afterwards.
Alright, good talk.
Alright.
You said he was dirty.
Yeah, pretty much Wyatt hit Sister Abigail when Cena was stunned by the kid. Walked out of the cage for the win, and yeah, that's it. Wyatt came out victorious. Or Wyatt. Anyway.
It's basically the worst. It was the worst of John Cena at the match.
It's your typical, we need Cena to lose this match, how are we gonna make him lose sort of match. So we're gonna make him look kind of strong, and then we're gonna have him lose by shenanigans. Anyways, Paige versus Tamina Snuka for the Divas title.
Enjoyed this match.
It was a solid match.
It was,
despite the crowd.
It was a solid match, and the crowd actively gave no shits.
Yeah, well,
The crowd went out of their way to give no shit, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a normal Divas match where the crowd's like, oh, women, it's nope, not even going.
They started a boring.
It was so quiet.
It's like I said in the chat. You're not gonna get the crowd interested in the Divas match right away after, what, 4 or 5 years of mediocrity? Mediocrity.
This match was placed in the middle between Cena Wyatt and Brian Cane. Plus with the Evolution Shield match, which was still before the Cena Wyatt. That crowd was tired. That crowd was hot the entire night. And they knew that they had one match left, which was Brian and Kane. So why not use the Divas match?
It was obviously the filler match, but you can give a shit about it.
You
don't have to start a boring chant 2 minutes in.
They should have put Rusev and Truth and Woods in this spot rather than Paige and Tamina, because I think Paige and Tamina could have worked better after the Swagger, Dam, and Cesaro match.
Yes.
I think that would have been a much better spot. The crowd would have gone into it a little bit better. But by that time, the crowd was tired. They just wanted the main event. It's not that because it's the Divas that are bad and it's been 5 years of them not giving a shit. That's not. Paige is a brand new champion. They haven't had a lot of time to promote her. Tamina, completely new. AJ's not there to be at her.
Tamina is not completely new.
No, she's new in the sense as this is kind of the first push Tamina's had in period. So like the fans really don't have too much to work off of when it comes to Tamina. Same with Paige, unless those who watched NXT, they're the only ones who are going to care for Paige at this point. They need time for them to develop. Yes. And I think the Divas will get a lot better. Finley's back to booking them. And Sarah Del Rey is just gonna make those girls work super hard in the ring now. So I think give the Divas some time. Let some of these new girls get up. We still got Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Emma, Summer. I mean, the
Cancel full Divas.
The Divas roster is stacked. And you still got good
You
wrestlers
can
like Yeah, what you
can put all the workers in and around it, but as long as there's zero storyline, and I mean like the absence of even Tamina on TV for a long time, then the crowd's gonna say, "Oh, it's a Divas match. Why give a crap? This is we were told this is our party break match.
Well, I think that's gonna change. I don't think it's gonna be like this for a while, and we're just gonna have to sit through.
Hope.
We're just gonna have to sit through another year or two of Total Divas kind of being the main thing of Divas until they got a good roster to work with. And I don't think they're done hiring divas for the future. I hope they can dig in a little deeper into the independent scene for some good divas. Cough, cough, Candice LeRae. Cough, cough, the Canadian Ninjas. But
Cough, cough, Athena.
Cough, cough, Mia Yim.
Cough, cough, Taylor Hendricks and Scarlett Boudreaux. But there's
Mia Yim's too big for diva standards.
There's still a lot of time. Paige is very young, Emma's very young, AJ's very young. They got a lot of time for these girls to put on some great work. And we're just gonna have to sit through WWE wanting to get as much money out of Total Divas as possible. And once that's done with, then we're gonna be good to go.
Well, speaking of AJ, I think she's the biggest villain of this storyline, not kayfabe, but because she left, obviously there was going to be something written for this match if it was Paige and AJ in there, but because she left, Tamina.
They haven't talked too much about AJ leaving, and I think that the door is very open for AJ to return tomorrow or tonight on Monday Night Raw, whatever you're listening to this.
Or 3 days ago.
AJ...
Or 2 weeks.
Yeah, whatever. AJ has a lot of time to return.
Last year.
I think she could return tonight, if not tonight. I think it's very definite that she can return tonight. But if she doesn't return tonight, then after Payback, but she should return tonight.
AJ and Lana to make out.
Oh, please. Anyways, Paige retains with the Scorpion Crosslog, which I'm still surprised they haven't already thrown a name at it. You know, Cole's still calling it as the modified Scorpion Crosslog.
What
He
name
says
would
modified,
you
but there's not really much modified about it. It's the Scorpion Crosslog.
What else would you call it?
Yeah. Well,
The
page burner?
No. They remember there was that report that came out that WWE wants them to give their finishers names because it's easier for them to trademark and to make money off of.
Just like Rosa Mendes and her Rosa form.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
By the way.
But it's also a shitty finisher.
Yeah.
Girl bye.
There are worse finishers.
Oh my god. Yeah, the girl bye.
Her move is Sasha Banks' rest hold.
What?
Rosa's finisher is Sasha Banks' rest hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Rest hold.
let's get into this main event and see if we can close out this
Alright.
podcast.
Everyone got a sleep time. Grace can complain about the backstage spot.
Yep, here we go.
I'll do it with
Start
him.
immediately.
Go ahead, Greg.
I'm just gonna say my one thing about it. I don't want to take up too much time. I will say one thing about this backstage. My problem with them going backstage during a match, one, it kills the audience's heat.
Except the audience was already kind of mostly dead.
That's why you don't do it especially.
Not
They were tired.
really. They were very behind Brian, I'd say. They weren't too much into the back and forth. But when it came to Brian getting the advantage, they were very into it. But you could see it by the second that they took it to the backstage. That crowd was very dead. It took Brian to kind of get back into it, and he dodged Kane throwing the gas canister, and the crowd kind of got back into it because
That was
Brian.
a TV.
No, it
Rip in
wasn't.
peace, car.
And then.
Shout out to
Brian-
CM Punk's appearance on this pay-per-view.
Yes, he was on the production truck.
Which is fucking bizarre, by the way. Oh yeah, we're gonna put a post-it note over CM Punk in the office. Then just keep him massive on our production trucks.
Well, take into consideration,
We're too lazy to change it.
it was in the Ultimate Warrior DVD, wasn't it? Whatever.
It was a WWE Network documentary about his reconciliation. His turn.
Alright, solid.
What?
I can't.
His la da da la da 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 da.
Reconciliation was the word I was looking for.
Here's the thing. It took them forever to get to the backstage. And it took them forever to get back into the ring, because what happened was Brian got a crowbar, hit Kane with it, pretty much took Kane to the ground. Brian got Kane onto the forklift, and Brian decides to take the forklift from the backstage back to the outside and dump him into the middle of the ring. I don't understand why they couldn't just have had the forklift by the stage. Brian somehow throwing Kane off the stage. Brian can't drag Kane to the ring, so he gets the forklift that was put there before the show started to make it look extreme or some shit like that. Dumps Kane onto the forklift and has an easy drive while staying in the fucking arena. Because it took way too long for them to go to the back, do the little spot, put Kane on the forklift, and have Brian drive the forklift all the way back into the ring, dump him, jump from the top, and get the win, or hit the headbutt, then going for the rest of the spots to happen.
It was
I just didn't
literally
like it.
a minute and a half to get back in the ring. It was a minute and a half.
It slowed down everything. It dragged. Even Ryan said it. It kind of dragged the segment or the match.
Yeah, I'll say if you're gonna go backstage, don't try to get a car or anything. Just do something that required you to be backstage. All they did was have hit Kane with a crowbar and then to drag him back to do it was really just a weak headbutt. It's only a half foot taller than Turnbuckle's, if even that.
Yeah, but it was cool, the spot that they ended up doing. Brian, dumps Kane into the ring, which Kane had to push himself off because the forklift couldn't completely dump him into the ring, which the crowd kind of caught onto. But Brian decides to save it, get as quickly as he can onto the top of the forklift, jump off, hit the headbutt, but when he tries going for the pin, Kane kicks out. Move on a little bit, Kane sets up a table on the outside, gets the gas canister, does the typical Kane lighting the table on fire, and they were gonna go for it.
Yes, because Kane has done that before.
Whatever. So Kane,
you guys know, Kane lights things on fire all the time. Come on.
He does.
He lighted that barbecue on
He
fire by
zaps
himself.
nabs, he does all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love when he sets things on fire. Best.
Anyway, so Kane was gonna chokeslam Brian, but Brian kicks him in the nuts and shakes the fucking top rope for Kane to kind of just jump through the burning table. That led to the fucking fire extinguisher guys, fucking based as fuck, just spraying all this fucking.
That fire.
The fire is gone, and they're still blowing it.
Still not out. Still not out.
Oh, and mind you, when Kane lit the table, he didn't put any fire, or he didn't put any gas onto the middle of the table, so it was just kind of like two separate flames on each end of the table, and Kane just fell through the middle.
He had to light it twice.
Yeah, he had to light it twice, so it wasn't really, like, too good of a spot set up. Like, there were some small mistakes, and then the fire extinguisher guys have to oversell the fuck out of it.
You do realize they do that too so it can cool the burns, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, that's true too. But Kane's wearing a
God.
entire bodysuit, so it's not really that.
Okay.
He's still
His
got
arms
his
are
arms
still exposed.
That's true. Okay, anyways.
His arms are
you don't need
exposed, his neck is
arms.
exposed, his face is exposed, kind of.
You can survive third-degree burns.
Yeah.
Kane,
Scar you up for real.
Kane gets back into the ring, Brian hits the knee.
Plus.
Besides, Kane was burned as a child.
Yeah.
Shut up.
What happened to all those burns?
He was so horribly scarred he can't take off the mask.
Yeah, take him
Yeah,
off
totally.
and run for it.
Keep it kayfabe, brother.
He had plastic surgery. That's why.
Oh my god, shut up.
Anyways, Daniel Bryan retains, but it's kind of set up at the end where we could see a second match out of this.
Please no.
No.
And that second match could end up being an Inferno match.
No, it won't.
It could very likely be.
That'd be
Especially
stupid.
since they used the fire table spot. And then Kane
It's
ends
gonna
it,
be a hockey
when
match.
Brian's walking away, Kane just fucking sets the flames off. It's like, we're not done yet. But it kind of looked like maybe they were hinting at it. Again, if it's Vince McMahon, he could just say, fuck an Inferno match. We're gonna turn it into a...
3 stages of hell match.
There we go.
Barbecue
That'd be
match.
a lot more interesting.
I do want to bring up something the commentator said. They said Daniel Bryan got lucky, and I'm still confused as to what point Daniel Bryan got lucky.
He didn't go through the table. That was lucky.
Who said that he got
Cole.
lucky? Cole?
Cole Benton said Daniel Bryan got lucky, escaped the beating from Kane. It's like,
Oh, well, they were selling it like there was
lucky.
They were selling it like there was no idea what Kane was going to do to Bryan. So, I think it was like he was lucky because Kane didn't do too much damage to him during the match.
You got lucky.
Oh yeah, Kane tried throwing a chair over the top rope and it bounced off.
People started laughing at him. It was really funny.
Yeah.
And then the spear went over the top rope.
Remember when he could lift Big Show over one shoulder with no problem? Oh, those were days.
Fuck you. I would not fuck with Kane. Kane looks fucking huge.
Yeah.
okay.
I think he's got a little...
Well,
Did you see that picture? It compared him to like what he was in 2010 to what he was like 2 months ago. He's jacked. Like, he's been hit in the gym like crazy, and he just looks huge. Kane used to be like one of the strongest guys backstage in the Attitude Era, so I wouldn't fuck with him now.
He likes Floyd.
Please tell me, is that the gif of the kid in the wheelchair spazzing out?
God. Yay! Yay!
He actually used it in a stream today.
Who?
He just nonchalantly posted it in a Twitch stream.
Who?
Death.
Oh my god.
Death is a terrible person.
That should go to himself.
Oh yeah, they had the special needs kids. We
Yeah.
didn't mention that.
They had the special needs kids, and the segment after that, Barrett told everyone you're gonna all get debilitating illnesses.
The blah.
Also, real fast, I came up with a fantastic name for Paige's Scorpion Crosslock.
Scorpion Deathlock?
Yeah, Scorpion Deathlock. Great, I've caught the stupids from Greg.
It's not hard to do.
That's really not hard to do. I get caught stupid. Whatever.
She should call it the Page Binder.
Oh, stop with this.
You aren't allowed to talk anymore.
Her
What?
current,
No,
her
because
current
the book
finisher is
rep.
the page turner.
Exactly. What do you do with pages, Greg? You bind them in a book.
Oh my god.
This is not me being dumb. This is not me being dumb. This is me being legitimate.
This just in. I hate you so much.
Who made the other page burner joke? Was that John?
Page burner?
Of course it was me. I called it the
Page burner, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
yeah,
Something
page
like that.
burner. Burn the other person.
Being serious. Huh?
She'd have to be rocking a Nazi gimmick though.
That doesn't.
Oh my
What
god.
if she could be from
Right?
Texas?
Oh yeah.
What?
that too.
They burn books in Texas. Stuck. Read the news.
No? Whatever. I'm not gonna continue with nope.
Anyways,
Now literacy.
that was our Extreme Rules review.
Come join us next week where we talk about TNA.
Let's
Yeah.
give our score for
You all talked about TNA last week.
yeah, we talked about TNA last week. On
You guys remember when we talked about TNA? That was a good time.
Good times.
We will be talking about Wrestling Dontaku next
Oh my
week.
God.
Or not
As soon as
Says you.
not next week.
Or I will, because apparently I was the only one watching.
Man,
We will be back on the 12th, Monday the 12th. And that'll be the show. We'll probably get a little bit of Wrestling Dontaku talking. Mike, you better fucking watch it. Oh wait, you're not gonna be
Dontaka?
here next week.
are we gonna be done talking about it, or?
Wes, you gotta fucking watch it.
God damn it, Wes.
Fuck you.
God, Daka.
Fuck up, Barbara.
easy. It's
I
so
think
easy.
for wrestling
It was
night,
Barbara.
I think for wrestling night, we should watch a little bit of Wrestling Dontaku.
Can we go to bed?
I'll try to set it up. I'm gonna wait and see if I can find it on the...
Can we go to bed?
Just set up the 2 matches. You'll know the ones.
Anyways,
To be fair, that was a better joke than what I was gonna say, so you're welcome.
there hasn't been a lot of news. It's been a quiet week, so
CM Punk went to a hockey game.
yeah.
Kenta's getting out Noah.
Punk today?
I bet you he has season tickets. So
Well, yeah, come on,
Greg.
man.
Well, you'd have to, yeah.
Greg, there is a piece of important news, which is Kenta is done with Noah.
okay.
Kenta's done with Noah.
Let's talk about Kenta. Kenta left Noah. There's also the reports that Devitt's done with New Japan.
But Devitt's not signing with WWE.
He is. He left New Japan, and they're trying to renegotiate with him, but he says he's done. Where else would he go to make money?
TNA.
New Japan was giving him the biggest paycheck he was getting.
Indie scene will make him way more money than TNA ever would.
And
British
WWE already, I think there was already reports saying that WWE still had a contract on the table for him.
You do realize that after a while they're gonna say screw it and pull that contract off the table.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not going.
WWE's constantly hiring people. Why would they take a contract that they've had waiting for a while? I mean, we've been hearing about this contract since January.
So why would they let a contract just sit there unsigned?
Because he still had a contract in New Japan.
Yeah, they're not in any rush, and they're still waiting for Devitt to fill out his his actual booking dates that he still needs to take. So it's not like they're in a big rush, and Devitt obviously has to finish. He lost the 0G championship in ICW. So that's another belt that he's not holding anymore. I think he still holds like 1 or 2 more belts that he has to relinquish soon before actually signing anything.
Speaking of ICW, we're never watching that again.
We are.
That?
That was, well, I do agree that was a really shitty show. I'll try to find one that doesn't have those really bad cuts where we could actually get some good wrestling.
That's alright.
We're good.
Mike, you're just salty.
Your mom's salty.
Yes,
Oh,
because
got him.
I want to watch maybe a 3-hour show that's condensed into an hour.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to find a good show that's not cut up like crazy like that one was. That's the one that they upload to YouTube, so I'm not sure if that's like their full show. Which obviously isn't, 'cause they have all those fucking random cuts. It's really good wrestling. John can back me up on that.
I will back Greg up on that. It's really good, fun wrestling.
It's very entertaining.
John struck.
WWE reportedly has offered out for Ric Flair to come back on a more regular basis.
Great.
Why would you hire a drunkard?
He has to dot his I's and cross his T's
the
to
money.
get his house in order. I'm guessing maybe this is the setup to get Ric Flair into Evolution. If
Oh
it's
my
going to
God.
be Triple H and Orton, and maybe they could be looking at a new member, possibly.
There's not a chance in hell he's fasting the physical again in Evolution.
If Batista leaves, do we get a new Evolution member?
No.
Still say it should be Cody.
It should be Cody. I'm not even know.
That's stupid.
I don't even know why they haven't broke up Cody Rhodes and Goldust yet.
Because
They're
gonna.
Well, did they tease it a little bit on Raw?
Yeah.
I didn't catch too much of that.
They've been teasing it. Where you been?
For like 6 years.
Well, a little bit less than that.
Alright, Wesley.
Throwing out numbers.
You suck. Shut up.
Oh, pfft. Shut up.
I mean, besides William Regal scouting talents in Brazil,
Scouting your mom.
which means there's probably some interest in getting some more Latino talent.
Brazilian?
As he says,
Brasilia.
Regal and
Seaman.
Seaman?
What?
What?
Oh my god.
Is that his name?
What?
Regal was joined by WWE Director of Talent Canyon Seaman. C-E-M-A-N. Seaman?
Spoilers,
Seaman.
Aquaman. Spoilers, Aquaman works for WWE now.
Arthur Curry works for WWE now, guys.
It's rumored that it was Regal and Seaman were high on...
Just say Regal, just say Regal.
Regal was high on Brazilian wrestlers Insano
Regal
Igor.
was high on semen.
No.
Blazing it up.
They were high on Insano Igor, Max Miller, Tim Anderson, Brutus E. Sandeno? Sonico? I guess it's Sonico.
Oh my god.
How about you post the names in chat so we can
Prodane
read?
and Peso. There's some weird fucking names. Probably because I'm...
Brazil, what do you expect?
Here,
Ooh, Chavo!
I'm posting right now so you can fucking
Done.
make sense of
Thank
that.
God.
Insano Igor, Max Miller, Tim Anderson, Brutus E. Zandando, Sandow.
Zandao.
Zandao.
That makes
Sonico,
sense.
Titan, Prodan, and Peso.
So, two of these look like Transformers.
Yes.
Insano Igor is probably the Spanish villain for Ghostbusters 3. Tim Anderson is probably a referee. Max Miller, I don't know.
Alright,
Sonico is just Sonic in Spanish. Gotta go fast.
Gotta move briskly.
anyways, you guys want to do Pile Flop and Botch this week? Up to you.
Yes. Let's
Alright.
do it.
We're gonna do Pile Flop and Botch. Starting with John.
Good talk.
Awesome talk. Okay.
Good job, John.
Because
Solid.
Wesley was so excited to do Pile Flop and Botch. You go first then.
I will go first. My first pop goes to Microsoft. I love you. I had to go to GameStop to trade in my Xbox, and because it messed up a little bit,
GG.
and I got a new one because I got the insurance. And since technically I bought a new Xbox, I got a free copy of Forza 5.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I will be expecting a broadcast sometime this week.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now, actually.
Oh, finally.
My second pop goes to Spider-Man, or Amazing
wait.
Spider-Man 2.
Can I ask you what happened to your Xbox? So I can rub it in your face in a little bit?
Sure, it just kinda messed up. One of the cords burned out. And then it burnt out the Xbox, so.
Continue.
And, my second pop goes to Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's pretty amazing. My flop goes to Greg because he sucky that Sony, you know.
I only
Matt,
give
bro.
Sony props for how well they've been treating the community. Unlike
how they,
Xbox. And
yeah,
plus, we
yeah.
were still waiting. They've already leaked 2 exclusives, and I think they have a lot more lined up. So we'll wait until E3. We got a E3 prediction
This is
show.
a wrestling promotion.
Keep an eye out on the Arc of Wrestling YouTube channel because we will probably be doing an E3 prediction show.
We can talk the video games after.
The return of the Culture Shock podcast, possibly
Oh
coming
my
at
God.
the end of May.
What?
So, anyways, back to your pop and watch, Wesley.
And my botch goes to, kind of me. Cause I was gonna go to JCW, but then I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna die or not. So I didn't go.
Well, you don't want to
I
get
kinda got
stabbed, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fat and white, so I probably would have been fine. But,
Just dip your head in white paint and say,
Yeah.
I'm totally a juggalo, guys."
so that's kind of my botch. So that goes to me. Next.
This is what happens when you go to a JCW show and tell me your favorite color is blood. You'll fit right in.
Wesley, if that's your botch, does that mean you're gonna go to the next JCW?
I kinda wanna go. I really do, cause I wanna,
Those must be fun. You know, I bet you.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
mean-
the feeling of
too
being
scary.
stabbed?
No,
yeah, I mean,
only some juggalos are bad. I'm not sure if all of them are bad.
Only some of them are cult members.
Hey Greg, you do
Some
know
of them murder prostitutes.
Hey Greg, you do know the Juggalos have been monitored by the FBI before, right?
Yes, I do know. That doesn't mean that they're fucking. They're being it because they're considered a gang. But a lot of fucking groups are considered gangs.
We're a gang.
Yeah, we are.
Trust
Where's our
me,
money?
I had a friend whose friend was a juggalo, and I've met him a couple times, and he's
You had a friend who was a friend who was a
He only
friend?
stabbed me
No.
a few times.
I had a friend who had a friend who's a good juggalo. Whatever.
I didn't know this guy personally.
I didn't know this guy personally, but I've met him a couple times, and he's pretty cool.
Guys, it was
Not
terrifying. He held my mouth open and shoved a bottle of Faygo in it.
Anyways, John, are you
Greg,
back?
are you black?
No, are you back? God,
Are you back in black?
Back in black.
no, I think
Yeah!
John's still
Jonesy
dead.
knows what's up.
Are you all asleep?
Doug, pop up a bunch.
Pop, I'm gonna go Steven Wilson. I just listened to some of his live stuff. Pretty fucking good.
Who?
Flop, Royals, good god, your offense suck. Mike
I like
Moustakis
the
is
Royals.
And but you never be Royals.
I like that
Get
song.
out. I hate that song.
George Brett actually met her and she was like, oh, marking out.
Well, Jonesy, to answer your question, apparently people in Missouri do.
And Kansas,
Missouri.
whatever. And Botch goes to TNA for what they did to Nux. Or Mike Knox, whoever.
Oh, because they turned him into a
And
carny
into
stable.
a fucking carny. Good god.
Yeah.
Original
I still kind of want to see how it plays out. I'm not gonna jump on it too quickly.
Jump on.
It still has, I'm saying it still has the possibility to be interesting.
It has the possibility, but seeing how TNA is apparently still wanting to keep up the track records of making their possibilities end very poorly, meet the new boss, same as the old boss sort of thing, I have no faith anymore.
They're obviously trying to follow the WWE way of booking things, just flush the roster with as many characters as possible and see if one of them works.
Oh, by the way, speaking of TNA, when it comes to me, I'm going to do a rant on the TNA spoilers, so...
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
Just wait a week. I think the episode that you want to rant about is coming up this week.
No, the one I want to rant about is the May 15th episode.
May 19th.
And 19.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
The one MVP's announcement, right?
If you want me to spoil it when it gets to me, I'll tell you.
Hold on, let me... John, are you back?
Yes.
Do your pop-up bot, sir.
My pop goes to nothing.
Oh man, this is very depressing. I don't think...
I love nothing.
I'm very depressed.
We are the dark void.
You're British, you have a reason to be depressed.
Exactly.
What?
Anyways,
Continue.
What? My pop goes to life, my bot goes to life.
Oh, well, cut for John. Cut
You
for
need a
John.
hanging rope.
Yes, please.
Alright,
I got this
anyways,
stool right here.
are you
Did
done?
your cat just have cancer or something?
Yes.
Oh,
Jonesy,
Fine.
alright.
Yes, Greg.
wanna do your pop-up
Close
bot?
to flop.
Sure, I'll try not to be as depressing as John has been.
You should be more depressing.
Okay.
You should just say nothing.
Resort
Yeah.
to the cutting.
Flops goes to the universe. I'm too small to comprehend you.
That's me cutting myself.
Cut along the vein.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right, sorry.
End it
Better?
all. Yes, there you go.
Remember, Jonesy, cut behind your knee, that way nobody can see it.
Vertical and aim for the blue vein.
We do not condone suicide, so stop.
I
Kill yourself.
Keep going. Keep going.
I didn't say anything yet. My pop
Do I
goes
need a
to...
flash of suicide hotline? Nah, fuck, I'm not ending. Go, Jonesy.
Wow. That lasted about...
That's what we need. We need a depressed wrestler. That'd be fun to watch.
Chris Benoit's already dead.
Zack Ryder. Hey, man, we still got Zack Ryder. That's fine.
Yeah, Zack Ryder. That's perfect.
We had a depressed referee.
Who?
Oh, Tim White. Yeah.
Tim White, he tried to commit suicide every week and failed.
Oh, yeah. Those are fun.
Those were good times. My pop goes to the fact I'll be a year older in a couple of weeks. And my flop
Happy
goes to
birthday,
the fact,
Jonesy.
Happy birthday,
that
Jonesy.
I'm going to be a year older in a couple of weeks. And my botch goes to the fact I'm going to be a year older in a few weeks.
Jonesy just doesn't want to fucking grow up.
I've been more than a century.
Jonesy, go live in Neverland, bro. You like Peter Pan, eat people's hands.
Anyways.
As depressing as John.
Hey, Fish, Ryan, are you still with us, buddy? You want to do your pop watch?
Well, he never said he could talk and he hasn't. So.
Oh, that's right. Anyways, Mike, do your pop watch.
Alright, my pop... Big Fish said no, by the way.
Oh, fuck you then.
Are you still having streaming problems? Because there were people asking on the Twitch if there were problems.
The Twitchter.
The Twitch, John, or who's in the Twitch? Who's in there talking with us? Hey guys.
Speak English.
Hey Mike, do your pop and bot.
My pop goes to Mario Kart. It is coming out in exactly 25 days.
Mike, you're not gonna.
Who wants to buy me a Wii U?
When was the last time you actually bought a video game, Mike?
A while ago.
Exactly. Which is why you're not
what?
gonna buy fucking Mario.
I am going to, but I have money set aside just for Mario Kart.
Mommy, can you
Mario
get me
Kart,
Mario
right?
Kart?
What, Wes?
Said, but it's Mario Kart, Greg. That's a solid purchase.
Yeah. I never got to play the Wii game, so I'm getting the Wii U version. So check
I
it
would
out.
Play
If
Mario
I
Kart
had one, I would buy it.
Nah, I didn't buy Mario Kart Wii.
The Wii,
Why not?
The Wii game sucked.
This
one's gonna suck more because it fucking drives like the Sonic games, those Sonic racers.
Anyway,
Whatever.
my flop goes to the rain that we had this week. That was horrible. Never want to see it again.
And then you're gonna be caught in a drought, Mike.
Oh, I don't know. You'll be hearing me playing like Greg does for a few weeks. Oh man, it never rains in California. 90 degree weather.
So scared it's gonna fucking rain so much.
90 degree weather, oh man. Wildfires
Should you
everywhere.
be happy? It rains so you don't die.
No, because it's gonna rain too much to the point where there's gonna be too many mudslides, and California's prone to rain equals mudslides. And I got a big hill right behind my house, and there's big houses on it, and I'm afraid they're gonna crush me.
It's either
I'm gonna
mudslide or
die.
get set on fire by wildfire.
Well, Greg.
California is like the Australia of America. Everything there will kill you.
Well, Greg, I have a solution to your problem. Move to a better state.
I'm possibly gonna move to Miami in a couple of
Oh
years.
God.
Wow, why would you do that?
Because I'm gonna have a home over there,
So it can be closer to his
terrible.
people.
and it's gonna be
Anyway.
right there on the beach.
Why don't
and
you
I
move
get
from
to go
Iraq
to
to Iran while you're at it?
And I get to go. What?
Wow.
How do you
Trade-
compare moving to Iraq and to Iran from California to Miami?
So
Because at
basically,
least Iraq's getting fixed.
No, it's
Anyway.
not. It's not at all.
So-
It's worse than it was.
basically you're trading earthquakes for hurricanes. Alright.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's moving away from Mexico, closer to Cuba.
Cuba.
I don't know why I moved. I don't want to live here because it sucks. Oh, anyways,
I don't know.
finish your
Not
pop
anymore.
on Babaj, please. So
My badge goes to T. For the March 15th episode.
I don't know why the fuck I'm telling you. Planning on hey guys, we're just gonna talk about where I'm fucking moving to and shit like that.
Don't forget you can find Greg at this address. Make sure you drive up in a nice big windowless van.
Free candy.
Is it my pop on
Anyway.
watch now?
No.
Go ahead.
And my botch goes to TNA for their May 15th taping. I'm going to spoil it because you'll still watch it anyway. MVP turns heel with Lashley and Kenny King. So, we go from one heel stable to another.
Don't forget to challenge EY for the title.
But this time, it's all black.
Black, yo. And I'm black, yo. And I'm
Stop
black,
with the heel stables. You run off Dixie and turn heel 3 months later. Stop.
And
This is why I stopped watching TNA.
This is what I was complaining about when they brought in MVP. It's like, I'm fine with MVP being there as an authority figure or like helping the young guys, but the second he jumps into the championship, I may have to stop for a while. But I'm not so sure about that.
But yeah, an all-heel black stable.
So
Alright.
basically, the Nation of Domination.
Here we go.
Take your mother last night.
Here we go with another heel stable in TNA.
What's gonna happen to the Dixie Clan?
I thought that disbanded.
Did it? I didn't read through the spoilers too much.
Well, Magnus has got that dude who was in the Ascension now, and Rockstar Spud and
Bram.
Ethan Carter or wherever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're done.
Anyways, I'll do my pop, flop, and botch then. My pop goes to...
Moving to Florida.
I'm not... That's just up in the air. Shut up.
Oh man, Greg, you and Strike can hang out all the time now.
Nah, because he lives in the racist part of Florida. And I don't go past, like, I don't go past Orlando. I wouldn't even go past fucking Fort Lauderdale. There's no reason to go north of Miami. Anyways,
White people.
I don't got a pop. There's not really much to pop about yet. Good pay-per-view tonight, I guess. I liked it a lot. Flop goes to the Ducks having a poor game on Saturday. And, they lost in overtime, but I'm not too worried because they could get back into it. Tonight, Monday is their game, and I'm gonna be going back and forth on that. Actually, I'm probably gonna be watching.
Man, stop sending all the press, Greg.
I'm probably gonna be watching.
They're gonna get swept.
I'm probably gonna be watching the Ducks game during Raw since we're not doing a podcast. And I'll have people over for that too, so whatever. And my botch goes to, I don't know. I don't got a botch. I don't give a shit. This week was meh. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining us, Dark of Wrestling. How? I just stabbed myself.
That's what you get.
On the podcast, I'll
Getting
go to
prep for
bed.
Miami.
Anyways, thank you everybody for joining the Arc of Wrestling podcast. You know where to catch us, twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling, arcofwrestling.webs.com, and go check out Senchudo.tv. Remember, we're looking for someone to help us out with a possible theme song, so if you know anybody who can help us out, or if you can help us out, please get into contact with us over at twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling. Tweet at us, message at us, we check it constantly. Hell, if you even want to possibly be a guest on the podcast, or something else, that's where the place to contact us. So if you want to have any questions, blah 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 blah, Twitter is the place to do it. We're gonna work on getting the
You'll get paid in Skittles.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're looking to get the old YouTube channel up and running in the coming month or so. So,
We've been saying that for like the past 3 months.
but now I'm actually in the process of getting it. It had to do with me cleaning out my computer so I have space for all the podcasts on my computer. So that's currently in the process right now. So again, it's just gonna be another month or so, and hopefully we can get into contact with YouTube and get that all settled out. But on that note, thank you guys for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. Our next episode will not be until Monday the 12th. That'll be right after Raw, so if you want to be a guest, if you want to tune in, that's the time to do it. And we will see you next Monday. Next Monday. So, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Remember, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Step to failure.
Whatever John said. Bye-bye.